bring the elbow low, feed into my elbow. Now we're gonna do one of my favorite techniques ever, the Papercutter Choke from the Sidemount. Let's do it. So the Papercutter Choke. So quick and easy. It's my go-to move from the Sidemount because it has literally no prerequisites except him wearing a collar for the gi variation of the Papercutter Choke. So just insert the hand, pop, grab the other collar, elbow low, whap, that's it. Okay, so we start in the Sidemount, right? And it's my go-to move because usually his hands will be here. So I will try to attack him without giving him a lot of exposure, without giving him a lot of chance to escape, and without trying to use too much force. So what I'm gonna do is, usually I'll grab his shoulder somewhere, either on the top or here on the fabric. Now here it's better. And I'll just pull out my hand and insert thumb in here. Fairly low, ideally until my wrist is directly below his earlobe. Then I'll grab, and again I want to squeeze my fingernails on top of his collar to just have a compression grip. I don't even try to grab the fabric. See, it's way too far. I just compress. So my hand is very much closed and I don't use too much hand strength. It's just compression. Then I'll use my elbow on his belt line to frame and to give me some space. Use my hip side hand, 4 fingers in. Then I pull, bring the elbow low. Some important details, right? I can also do it like this from kusure kesagatame, or just here, boom, push in, grab. Now see, my hand is in flexion, wrist is in flexion. I use my forearm to frame off his chin, because now I'll lift my hip up and that would usually open up the arm under escape for him, but because I frame his chin, he can't. So bam, frame his chin, elbow is lower than my wrist, which also makes it very difficult for him to push off. If my elbow is here, he can push against my elbow, right, and he's strong. Okay, but if my elbow is lower, now it's really difficult for him to frame off my elbow. And we will deal with that hand later on. So now frame, close elbow knee frame, and I grab this side of the collar, 4 fingers in, and pull. And I'm low. I don't want to grab up here at his head because I'm way too unstable and my elbow is too exposed here, right? So I'll be low here. It's the same color. It doesn't matter how low I pull here. So I pull, and now it's about leverage. So if I push down my elbow now, you see that's the turning point of the lever. So here's where the force comes into his neck, and here's my elbow. So that means I have about 2 times as much force here as I push my elbow down. That's very bad leverage. So I pull, and now you see how close the point of force is to my wrist. Now it's a lever of about 1 to 4, right? Or maybe even better, 1 to 5. That means I have 4 or 5 times as much pressure on his neck as I push my elbow. Boom. Right, frame his chin, and I keep my wrist in a neutral position. I won't let my wrist wrap or bend because it will weaken my grip and, worst case, even hurt my own wrist or fingers. So grab, pop, strong, strengthen, neutral position, hop, and now make sure that my elbow is off his shoulder and pointing straight down to the floor. If he's trying to frame my elbow with his hand, right, he has a lot of force here. Yes, so that means I cannot choke him now. I use this knee, come from here, and deal with that arm. Bam. It's also very important to really deal with the leverage here. So it's not that I hold and then try to extend my forearm into his neck with triceps. I hang onto his collar and then I push my elbow down by leaning with my body weight onto my elbow. So it's body weight. I hold and then I put my whole weight into it. So grab, pop, pop, deal with the elbow, and then I just see I pull, and then I lean with my body weight, and I can, and actually I can pull here on that collar to bring even more weight onto my elbow. That means I have a lot of additional force, because if it's got a strong neck, so if I just push here, it's like, it just doesn't cut it, right? It just won't work. Many people are like, yeah, paper cutter doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're doing it wrong. It does work. Hop, 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 pull, and lead into my elbow, right? And the beauty of the paper cutter is that I can just do it from a very close position. I'm just here. I use Ippon Ken now to insert. Tuck your chin a bit, just a bit, yeah. Okay, you can keep it closer, yeah. So now see, I can't enter my hand, right? So I use this one, Ippon Ken, to push. And now I'm in, hop, right? And if he tucks his chin now, and his chin is below my forearm, then it's just gonna be a jaw lock or neck lock. Yeah, I just really don't care. I just push, it's just pure violence. And if he uses the arm, again, look, yeah, to boom, knee. Wow. So the only thing that he can do is roll towards me to release pressure. Yeah, and that means now he's open for all kinds of stuff, right? Far side arm bar, go for head, go whatever I want to, right? So it's either tap or give me opportunities for a follow-up attack. That's why we start go-to move, paper cutter. So that's how you do the paper cutter from the side mount. So effective, so mad, opens up a gazillion of opportunities. Try it out for yourself, and if you like it, put it in your game. See you next time.